A father does the unspeakable, and now that murder-suicide leaves an uncertain future for a little girl.
She's fast on ice, she's from St. Louis, and she could be a future Olympian.
And the back edge of rain is moving out of St. Louis, but we have more storms on the way for this afternoon. I'm timing them all out coming up.
This is Today in St. Louis.
Good Saturday morning, everyone. It's February 24th. Welcome to the weekend. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Jessica Quick. Thanks for joining us. It's been kind of a wet one this morning. I guess that's an understatement. It's been very wet.
It seems like it's been nonstop.
It has.
Into last night.
Yes, last couple days and all night we had the rain. We actually had about 2 inches in a 12-hour period in a lot of places. So that's a lot of rain for the roads to hold. We've had reports of some roads underwater, even downtown, already seeing those issues here on a 5 on your side radar. We do have the rain continuing to push off to the east. You notice the clearing out to the west. That's going to stick with us for a little bit. The heavier rain now pushing out of the I-70 corridor, so starting to lighten up a bit. But as we get into this afternoon, we could see even more showers and thunderstorms, and some of those could be strong. So I'm going to show you about what we can expect for our severe threat. I'll time our next round of storms, and I'll show you what areas are seeing the worst of the flooding in the metro area. That's all coming up here in a few minutes.
A terrified little girl pretends to sleep while in the next room her father murders her brother and her mother. Then police say he turned the gun on himself. This all happened inside a North St. Louis County home yesterday. And this morning, some worry about what the future holds for the 4-year-old who was left behind. 5 on your side's Chris Davis spoke with a family friend who is now clinging to memories of the child's mother.
No one deserves this.
It's rare for students and their administrator in school to become friends.
Spunky, young, vibrant, very intelligent 9th grader.
But then again, Dr. Catrice Noble says Katrina Banks was never just another face in the crowd at Roosevelt 9th Grade Center.
She was determined to be the best in her classroom. She was the student that her peers liked. She joined any activity that there was. She was that all-around young lady.
They reconnected later in life through a St. Charles area church group. Though older and now raising a child, she says Banks didn't change a bit.
Very determined, very committed, and never letting any obstacle or anything hinder her from reaching that goal.
Banks was shot alongside her 15-year-old son overnight by Banks's fiancée, Dornubari Dungbor.
I had to sit down and gather myself because I was in total shock and in disbelief as I am right now.
Bellefontaine neighbors police tell 5 on your side Dungbor shot Banks first, then her son when he entered the room. When the 4-year-old walked in, her dad reportedly told her to go back into her room. Investigators believe Dungbor called 911 before turning the gun on himself.
I think that it is going to be extremely imperative for the community to come together to assist this young baby.
Noble is now clinging to memories of a perfect student turned cherished friend.
She had a lot to give to her family, to the community, and to this world.
For Today in St. Louis, Chris Davis, 5 on your side.
At this point, there is not a fun setup for Katrina's daughter who survived this ordeal, but Noble says if one is not created soon, she will do it herself. Meantime, a teen is in serious trouble after she threatened 2 schools in the Metro East, and she's just 14 years old. Prosecutors say the student posted this threat on Facebook saying she was going to shoot up Cahokia High School and East St. Louis Senior High. The threats were never carried out. Still, this is something the state's attorney says won't be taken lightly.
We cannot assume anything is a joke. We cannot ignore any type of threat. We have to act. And if you take those initial steps and you take them seriously, you're going to be able to prevent some very, very dangerous things from happening and going to prevent people from getting hurt.
As of right now, that girl is being held in a juvenile detention center. Prosecutors expect a hearing in her case to happen on Monday.
I do not feel safe in this country, knowing that my school could be the next news story and classmates of mine could be the next victims of such a massacre. Yeah.
While those threats played out, impassioned Parkway High School students were taking a stand against gun violence. They organized a protest after school asking the government for stricter gun laws. Other local students are also demanding change following the Florida school shooting. Clayton High students left class early Friday in protest. Tributes for victims of that shooting have even found their way into professional sports. The Cardinals and Marlins sported black caps with a maroon SD on the front in honor of Stoneman Douglas High, where the shooting took place. The Cardinals had been playing their spring training opener Friday in Jupiter, which is about an hour's drive from the school. There was also a moment of silence before the game. All 30 Major League Baseball teams wore the caps Friday. Then they'll be signed and auctioned, with the proceeds going to victims' families and survivor support groups. At 9:05, it is that time of the morning. Spoiler alerts, and it could be one of the last spoiler alerts you'll hear for the 2018 Winter Olympics. That is because we are into the final stretch, you guys. But Rennie Knott, he's been in it for the long haul. Rennie, you have met a lot of athletes since you have been in South Korea. I hear not only did you talk to a gold medal winner, but you actually talked to someone who could be a future Olympian. Good morning.
Oh, good morning to you, Kelly. It is Sunday morning here in Pyeongchang, South Korea. My last Sunday morning here at the Winter Olympic Games. And yeah, I talked to a lot of people since I've been here, a lot of athletes. And the greatest thing about meeting these athletes is to see their joy, to experience their excitement over what they have been able to accomplish here at the Games. One such person is David Wise. He is a member of Team USA's freestyle skiing team. He's won 2 gold medals, one in 2014 and one here this year. And I tell you, it was great being around this guy. He was so happy. And I asked him about his inspirations to do what he does.
I just felt like I had a need to create some things. You know, I feel like I was created to go out there and create new things. Like I really felt like I still had things to do, you know, and people ask me a lot after Sochi, oh, well, you're going to call it a day, you know, you've won everything there is to win. And I said, no, I'm not. It's not about winning more things. It's about doing new tricks. It's about doing things that haven't been done on a pair of skis yet. So moving forward, I'm still feeling the same way. I'm not going to give up now just because I have the gold medals. I'm going to keep trying to push the sport, push my own limits.
What an attitude, huh? Doesn't that make you feel good just to hear a guy talk like that? Now, as these 2018 games wind down, you start thinking about the next go around in the Winter Olympics. Who could be there? Well, there's a young lady, a speed skater in the St. Louis area, and many believe she's on the fast track to one day being a member of Team USA.
Speed is her inspiration.
You see all these big guys going out there skating fast, and you're like, I want to do that.
It's a special mix for Anna Quinn. Danger.
It can get scary.
Paired with exhilaration.
It's an awesome feeling to feel like the wind.
She appreciates it now, but not so much in her early days.
I hated it when I started. I was a girly girl when I was little, so I didn't like to sweat.
Anna has come a long way since the age of 5.
It's a lot more fun. It's brought me some of the closest friends I'll ever have. It's taken me to so many cool places.
13 years later, she is now one of the best in the St. Louis area.
The sky's the limit for her.
Jim Chapin should know. He's a 3-time Olympian.
First one's the most special one, though.
He's wearing his jacket from 1980.
Look out for Anna. Look out for her.
It crosses my mind that I could be the next one. It's pressure sometimes.
She has a few things to help her handle that pressure. She has a will to win.
Adrenaline, passion.
She has a family of support.
They have committed everything.
She has a brother, Ian, who is a pretty good role model.
Kind of drives me to be like him because he's awesome.
Anna isn't shy about her goals.
There's just something about representing your country that's always so cool.
She also knows getting there will be up to her.
Everyone has their own journey, everyone has their own struggles, and you just got to make it your own kind of thing.
You work hard and you do it every day, you're going to have success.
So look out for Anna in the year 2022. That, of course, is if my math is correct, 4 years from 2018. Yeah, I think I'm on the mark there. 2022, look out for Anna Quinn. Kelly?
Rennie, we have truly enjoyed all of your stories. We are nearing the finish line for you. You'll be heading back very soon. So this is your first Winter Olympics. Can you explain in television time?
Yes.
How's that experience been for you?
You know, At times it's been trying, it's been tiring, it's been long days, but in all honesty, it's been a great, great experience because I spent so much time paying attention to Summer Olympic sports because, you know, I ran track and field when I was in high school. And then to be around these athletes and to see them try to do things that are done in slippery conditions, on mountain slopes, on sleds, and on the ice, it's just incredible to see. When you think about those skaters and those speed skaters on those thin blades able to fly around that ice like that, it's really amazing. But the thing that moved me the most since I've been here was the afternoon that I watched Team USA win the gold medal in women's hockey. I mean, it really moved me. I got chills when they went on the ice. It was great to see the flag go up for the national anthem, and that is something I will never, ever, ever forget, Kelly.
Well, I'm glad that you were able to share those stories with us. We have one more report with you tomorrow, so thanks so much, Rennie. 10 minutes after 9. Okay, so for a majority of these games, Norway has held on to the lead. The country sitting pretty at 38 total medals. Germany and Canada are 10 behind with 28 each, but hey, we have slid up to 4th place with 23. The Netherlands follow with 18. And we've got a packed lineup today. Mass start racing debuts for speed skaters at 2 this afternoon. Then later at 7, it's the final runs for the 4-man bobsled event. We'll also see the figure skating exhibition gala, where skaters will have a chance to perform more personality-driven routines. Coming up on Today in St. Louis, businesses lashing out against the NRA by hitting their members where it hurts. Plus, 94%. It's a big number with a somber message about Hollywood. And happiness could be yours if you pay the right price.